just say, yeah.
He does a lot of shit. He does a lot of shit. He does too much shit.
Unfortunately.
Fortunately. All right. You're now tuned in to the Won't Miss podcast, and today I got a really special guest, my good friend Timm Elliott. Let's go.
What's going on?
He's a director, a published fashion photographer. You know, he's also a podcast host. Shout out Life and Times.
Facts. Thank you.
And he does a whole lot of other stuff. So
you got to. Thanks for having me on, bro. This is fun as hell.
Of course, man.
This man lives a secret life. No, man, I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? This is cool, man. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? I don't never been on another podcast besides my own, so this is fine. I'm honored. This is cool. Facts. I feel weird. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I hate answering questions, but I'm with it, though.
Yeah, it does feel weird, but like it honestly does. You have to ease into it.
Yeah, I mean, like anything else, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, it's all depends on, like, you know, I'm happy this is with a person I know. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because it would be something crazy for like a random person. Like, right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, it's just I think it's the unpredictability of it.
Right.
That I have
no,
like
for sure.
You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, thanks. It's fine.
Of course, man.
What's going on with you?
Man,
I'm gonna start interviewing
you.
I'm about to fall into it.
I knew this would happen.
I'm about to fall into it. I'm about to fall into it.
My podcast.
Yeah.
My podcast. This is the Won't Miss podcast. All right.
Man, look. I just have so many questions to my damn self, but it's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna get you on mine. We'll do the switch. I got you. But continue, man. My bad.
All right, man. You're all good. So you do a lot of things right now, but what did you really like start off with? Let's go back and learn about you.
I used to make music and audio engineering and shit like that. Like really, like a real long time ago. And then I ended up I have a really good friend of mine. Shout out Nick. That pretty much got me into like doing like take pictures just because he used to shoot my videos, and I was like, nigga, I could take these pictures too. If you know what I mean, if I could do what you're doing. I'm pretty sure. So I ended up using like his brother's camera, which is another like really really good friend of mine as well. And I ended up like taking it out and trying to shoot with it. And I kind of told myself, like, all right, if I don't take good pictures today, it's not worth it. I'm not gonna do it because there's enough bad things in the world. I'm not gonna add to it. Mm-hmm. So. Ended up being like, all right, kind of cool at it. So then after that, I bought the camera from him. And yeah, ever since then, it's kind of been history. But yeah, I've been taking pictures for like maybe like 6 years.
6 years?
Maybe 5, 6. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like digitally. Mm-hmm. And like film like maybe like 2 or 3. Maybe 2. Film came way later.
So let's talk about your music. Like,
no, let's not talk about music. Okay. No, I get you. No, you can talk about it. Yeah, cool.
Because I seen it. I seen Parking Lot.
Ah, my fucking God!
I seen you have other two.
The fact that you did the research is crazy.
Yeah, bro.
No, I mean, yeah. I still dabble here and there. I mean, it's all a part of. I really like writing. I like writing in every form. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's like I kind of, I wouldn't say I stopped. I just said I probably just slowed down just because he said I do a lot of shit. So it's like, some things have to kind of take a backseat to what I'm doing now. So it's like, but yeah, I mean, I just enjoy kind of making music. I like a lot of East Coast stuff just because I'm, that's how it's always been like a influence to me. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I mean, not too much to talk about. I don't really promote it like that. It's the fact that you found it is kind of crazy.
It was like a long time ago too.
That's what I'm saying.
You still look the same.
Yeah, right. I'll be real with you. I've never changed. Even like when I was a kid, I still got the same face. I just got facial hair now, like realistically. But yeah, no, man. It's all about writing. Technically, it just all boiled down to me. I like writing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like writing is fun, but not like essays and shit. I hate that.
So you would never like freestyle when you were.
Nah, because I wrote a lot. Like I always wrote a lot. So it was fun to me. Like I said, so it was more of those things where it's like, yeah, sure I can freestyle, but it's gonna be a written verse like that I just never used and some shit like that. You know what I mean? But either way, you know what I mean. But yeah, that's funny as hell. You're the last person to think that I would have found that shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was buried. I really thought it was gone.
Oh, it's still up there.
Man,
Everything that's on the internet stays.
Unfortunately, it's a stain forever. But anyway, you were saying.
Yeah. Where are you from? Like.
Oh damn! I probably should have said that too.
Yeah.
It was I'm from the AV, which is Lancaster, which is like maybe like an hour and some change from like it's real small. It's a real small city. It's a real Afro man's from fucking Lancaster or Palmdale. Same idea. I'm like right next to like it's literally like a conjoined like city. It's like 5 minutes depending on how fast you drive like away from each other. You know what I'm saying? But
In
like
Cali?
yeah, in California. It's from it's literally like I said, out from it's north. So it's like north of Burbank, past Santa Clarita. Like I'm up there. You know what I'm saying? But just a big ass desert. But it's fun. You know what I mean? It's quiet and I enjoy it for that reason. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stay out there instead of staying out here. You know what I mean?
So have you always stayed in California? Have you ever moved?
I've stayed in California. Never moved. I need to move around though.
Where are you trying to?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like Florida. I mean, I don't like Florida just because it's mad hot. It's too hot. Like I've been what's it called, pampered by like dry heat, and I can't do humidity. Like, you know what I mean? But like I'm trying to visit mad places, like, you know what I mean? Like I'll go to Florida to visit, like New York, stuff like that, you know. Just everywhere, you know what I mean? Like I'm working on a project and I'm jumping the gun. I probably even should have said that, but I'm working on something that requires me to move around more, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get more out of life. So you dig. So yeah.
You think staying in LA is like the move?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's also too like I said, I'm a photographer. It's where the work's at. You know what I mean? Like 9 times out of 10, all the work is here, or it's you know what I mean. And LA moves in the weird seasons when it comes to everybody leaving or staying here or whatever the case is. But it's mostly like this is where 95% of what I'm gonna get done is gonna be at, and where everybody wants to be at. So it's like, why would I leave? You know what I'm saying? At the time, you know what I'm saying? Especially same thing with the podcast and shit like that. But that's another reason why I have to move around because niggas want to stay exactly where they're at. So I have to start coming to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
But either way.
Yeah. So, and then you did photography first or video, or did you do both at the same time?
I was forced into photography. I mean, I was forced into videography, but I was forced, and I mean, not even in a bad way, but yeah, I did. I've only been doing photography. I don't know how long I've been doing videography, to be completely honest with you. I don't remember. Like my first video is maybe 2 years old. At least 2 or 3. So maybe 3. So probably 3 years on that. 6 years doing photography. So I'm in a ballpark. I'm still kind of new with the video stuff, but like it's I don't know. It kind of balances itself out. But yeah.
Would you say you enjoy both the same, or like you like one better than the other, or they're just completely different?
I think they're. I don't know how to answer that. Like, cause it's kind of like I like them both. Obviously, I wouldn't do them if I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? But like they have different qualities.
Right.
Obviously, you know what I'm saying. So it's like I can't say that they're really the same. Like they're totally different for different situations and things of that nature. Like principles, yeah. I mean, if you're looking at it from like a standpoint of like, oh, if if rule of thirds and shit like that, like, yeah, then I mean, yeah, they're the same. But no, I feel like they're different. You know what I mean? Like two totally different things. You got to treat them totally different. You know what I mean? Because one thing that you might do, like picture-wise, won't work out for a still if you're doing it in a video. So it's like, I don't know. To me, it's different. Like, I don't know, like a little yin and yang thing. Like yeah, they go together, but they got different qualities. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But yeah. I don't know how to answer that one.
So like, as you've been doing this for like 6 years, I'm pretty sure like your focus has changed a bit, or has it stayed the same? Like
focus like what?
Like what would you like to photograph or?
I mean, I've always photographed people. And yeah, it has changed. I'm trying to do more than just take pictures of people. But like, I take pictures of like almost everybody, but if you look on my page, there's a lot of girls. And I mean, my whole thing was just like, I don't know, like it just worked out easier. Like mad guys don't want to have their pictures taken like that. You know what I'm saying? So I went the female route, you know, and I'm grateful for everybody that's even let me take pictures of them, period. But yeah, my focus has always been like, I like taking pictures of people, like, you know what I mean? Moments and stuff like that, like uncandid, like candid stuff and, you know, more moments than anything else. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but you have to change it though, because it'll get boring.
Right.
I get bored very quickly,
Mm.
like very quickly. Like if it doesn't stimulate me for if I'm doing it for like 6 months, that seventh month I'm probably gonna be trying something else. You know what I'm saying? Or buying something else to try to make it different. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like you got to keep moving with this type of shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Let's talk about rap, because that's definitely like a field that you're into.
Facts.
When did you get into rap, and what kind of music did you listen
Like
to?
middle school, like 7th grade. Listening to like the Illmatic. Illmatic was like the first album I ever listened to, and I think that's why, again, I like East Coast music a lot more than I wouldn't say more than this type of music, but it's just it's or the West Coast type shit. But I mean, I like all music altogether. Like, but it's rapping stuff always started within Illmatic and the Wu-Tang Clan and Cypress Hill, like all that type of just a whole range of different stuff, but mostly a lot of just listen to it in middle school, and then like listen to a lot of OJ the Juice Man when I was in 8th grade, or just shit that I probably shouldn't have even been listening to, but I mean it was interesting, you know what I'm saying? Because I've always been interested with like different culture that's outside of where I'm at now, and I mean LA culture is great, you know what I'm saying? But like I'm here, I see it every day, so it's like, what about something else? Like, you know what I mean? And that's, I feel like that's the best way to listen to music. You know what I'm saying? Just pick something that's as far removed as yourself as possible and just try to understand it. But UK rap though, just getting on that just real quick, bro, that shit is hilarious.
Do you think it's
I can't, sometimes I can't get into it. Sometimes the accents are too strong. Like, you know what I'm saying?
like which artist? Like Central C?
Nah, Central C probably sounds, I wouldn't say like the most regular, but I don't know. I heard somebody the other night, and I wish the beat was fire. They get fire beats, but like I can't remember the artist, but like the accent was so strong. I was like, It's almost like they're speaking a different language. Like I'm not gonna lie, like it's actually crazy. But like I still think that shit is fire, but it's just like I can't get with it sometimes. Like you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just a lot of East Coast shit. Almost all East Coast shit.
What do you think about like U.S. drill rap? Like
It's great. I love it.
yeah.
I mean, but like, what do you mean though? Like, just what about it? Like, you think I like it or
Yeah, you
what?
fuck with it.
Yeah, it's great. Nigga, what do you mean? Like, you know what I mean? It just sucks that they all go to jail. Like, you know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, like, this shit is real. You know what I mean? They're not lying. You know what I mean? And I think within the rap community, everybody kind of has to. And I mean, don't crucify me for this, but I mean, everybody kind of has to prove what they're rapping about, or you're lying, or whatever the case is. So everybody's super serious. So it's like, it's a bad time for rap. Everybody's going, like, you know what I'm saying? We about to have nobody to listen to soon if we stay on this, trajectory. So it's like, I don't know, the shit is fire, but like it's also like kind of fucked up because it's like, you know what I mean? Like the K-Flocks and everybody, like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I don't got a court date till 2028. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's OD. So it's like, I mean, it's a gift and a curse. It's great music, but it also all comes with a price.
Right.
You know what I mean? But what can we do?
So I know you're definitely into like the new wave. You're up to date with.
I try to be.
Everything.
I try to be. I mean, not super up to date, but I'm up to date.
And I know you work with a lot of modern rap artists.
Yeah.
New wave. Like how would you compare the new wave versus like the rap that you were like growing up listening to? Like it's very different.
Yeah, it's
like,
very different.
Illmatic and like
yeah, and everything.
Yeet now, like there's a big difference. Like,
I mean, I think I would feel like it's just a little bit more emotion. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think and a lot more in the moment with a lot of people not writing their raps anymore and stuff like that. So you're technically getting an album full of things that just happened. You know what I'm saying? And I think that goes a long way of just saying that it's like, most times, people, will write an album back in the day to be, pen and pad and whatever, and they're writing about something that's a little bit deeper. I'm not saying that nowadays stuff isn't deeper, but, they're trying to, provoke a certain feling. This one is just, I feel like it's just a little bit more honest. Like, less filler, like a lot more, or a lot less like vignettes and things. You know what I'm saying? You're getting like a raw soul. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you get that on older music too, yeah. But nowadays, you know, it's a lot more like upfront and personal, especially with social media and being able to see and kind of witness what everybody's talking about in real time. So it's like, you know, but I think that's like the biggest thing.
You're right.
If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Definitely. So with your photography and videography, are you doing that full time right now, or?
Doing a lot of things full time.
Oh yeah, you're doing.
You know
that.
what I mean? I'm moving around, but I mean that's always. I don't go nowhere without it. So it's like you know, it's always full time. You know what I mean? Even if I might not have a job or something like that day, I mean, I'm still doing something. So it's like it's the non-stop, like I'm never gonna not do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's always like full time.
I want to get into like your mindset on how you approach different passions. Like you're doing like 5 different, probably more, but like how do you like? Is it like scheduled? Do you like schedule like, oh, I'm gonna do a podcast this day, I'm gonna do a photo shoot, video shoot? Like how do you?
I mean, yeah, I mean you have to, and if everybody sees this that knows this, they're gonna crucify me because I suck at communicating sometimes. And that's the biggest issue with like doing a lot of things at once or doing a lot of things that you want to do, you know. And I mean, I try my best to schedule everything out, but there's a lot of, I mean, sometimes you miss a lot of things, you know. So you miss certain things, but everything is usually pretty scheduled. If I'm gonna do a podcast, I'm gonna try to do as many podcasts that week, and like, okay, cool. Like I do the podcast at a certain time usually, so it's like, all right, I could fit 2 of this day or just do 1 this day, and then after that I gotta go here, so I'm gonna do that, and that might be a photography, I mean, be a video thing, that might be photography, that might be this, or it's like, oh, word, I'm working on this project, so let me kind of do this day to make sure the day is still productive, because that's the biggest thing too. Like, make sure you have a productive day. You know what I mean? Like, just don't talk about you about to do mad things and don't do any of it. But you know what I'm saying? But it's strategically put together that makes sure at least everything is, the progress bar is moving on everything. You know what I mean? But, you know, try to take a week out or take the month and try to like plan like I'm about to do this for this whole week or this for this whole week. And some things kind of, you know, take more, I guess, attention than most or attention than others. But then also like the other random shit that I do that's in between all of that, you know, kind of makes the day. So it's like, you know, so yeah, I mean, I hope that made sense. But yeah, it's like, you know, it's planned, but it's not. To be 100% honest with you, like I told you for this, I was like, bro, I might not be here next week, so it's like, let's do it now, because if not, I'm like, I might not see you till next year. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's make it make sense. So, I mean, it's shit like that. Like that's kind of how things go. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, something I'm trying to figure out myself is like whether to like focus on one project or one like thing and just put all your focus into that, make that grow, versus like shotgunning, like
yeah,
you know, like that's something I'm trying to figure out. Like like what in your experience, like what works better for you?
I mean, it depends on what it is. I mean, honestly, I mean, everybody's gonna tell you, you know, focus on one thing. You focus on one thing, you know, because you can't put your all into multiple things and it be proficient or be done the way that you want. I mean, I feel like it depends on if you're rushing. That's like bottom line for me. Like if you're rushing it, then yeah, sure. Like doesn't matter what you're doing, it's not gonna come out the way you want. You know what I mean? Or, you know, my thing is just like time is of the essence. Like, you know, and time is really of the essence. So it's like my thing is like, I'm trying to answer the question the best that I can, but it's like if I'm doing, you know, just say we're doing a podcast and it's like, well, I know for a fact that needs to be perfect. So there's a lot of background shit that I'm doing for that, even still while I'm doing, you know, this other project or while I'm doing this. So it's just like, you know, my thing is if you're gonna shotgun and you know, one thing might take priority over those other things that you were starting. But the thing is like, as long as you start it, my thing is when I start spending money on it or I'm, you know, having it, whatever, then it's going to happen. It might not happen that month. It might not happen 2 months later, but it's going to happen. You know what I mean? No matter what. You know what I'm saying? It's just about kind of keeping your eye on the prize. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And just don't get yourself overwhelmed. Because I've been in that situation too. I've done too much and got overwhelmed, and then I'm actually getting sick because I wasn't sleeping and things of that nature. So it's like, nah. But you just need to make sure that you're again, your eyes on the prize, that you're not out here just wilding out and just doing mad things and not actually getting it done.
Right.
But if you start it enough to where you're like, okay, cool, I could take a break on this, or I could work on this. It's cool. Just don't fucking rush it. If you rush it, then you're gonna have a problem, and then things are gonna come out the way you want. Then you're gonna be like, wow, I probably should have just focused on one thing. That's usually for how that shit happens. You know what I mean?
I see like now like a lot of people really do want to take the creative route, especially like just because of social media. Content creation is like really
It's at an all-time high.
Yeah, definitely. But I feel like people have younger people have like thoughts like, do I want to pursue this full time? Because it really is like risk, like freelancing, like you are like, you may not start like great, and It's definitely a grind. So like, what would you say to someone who is like on the edge on like whether they want to pursue the creative route or if they just want to find something like stable?
I mean, find something stable. And I say that, and I say they're your eyes. No, but look, because the thing is, not to sound harsh and no shit like that, but you just gotta fucking do it. There's no way around it. Like, yo, if this is something that you go to sleep about and you think about this shit all the time and whatever, like, you might as well just do it. Like, you know what I mean? You're wasting time trying to volleyball it. Like, you need to just do it. You're not gonna know if it's gonna work until you try. Like, no one's gonna start out amazing.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one's gonna start out amazing, but you need to like at least attempt it. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the point? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's been many a times where it's just like, you kind of have to take the risk. Like, you know what I mean? It might not go the way you want, and that's kind of what like you need to like. That's why I said like you might want to sign something stable, because if one fuck up is gonna like derail you, then yeah, you might not be cut out for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of pitfalls in this. Being a freelance thing is not the easiest thing, but it's the fact that you're making something and and pursuing something that kind of puts like a fire in your soul. So like that's the whole point of it. But if you feel as though that if you try it once and shit doesn't go the way you want it to, and you're gonna quit when that doesn't work, then you might as well just go find like a day job or something like that, or something that's gonna give you the financial gratitude that you need, or whatever that you might need, that is like a better fail safe.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it depends. I mean, I've seen a lot of people that doing something like this one day, and then I never see him again, and all of a sudden, I might run into them. They tell me that they work at Nissan. It's like, oh, word, that's fire. I mean, I used to work at Walmart. You know what I mean? And I was, but I was still, with the artists that I was working with. I mean, I'm still out there every single goddamn day trying to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's mind over matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about your future, not about what's going on right now. Like, be as present as you can, but again, keep your eye on the prize. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's what you're working towards.
Right. Like you mentioned, like you worked at Walmart. Like,
unfortunately,
can you give me? Do you like have any like funny stories, like some Walmart shit? Just some like.
Like, I have none. I fucking hated that place. Like, it was fun. It was fun when I first, cause like it was like my first job, so it was like it was fire. But like, I really hated that job. But I mean, I met Fauni there. Like, I met Fauni there. That's how, kind of like how I ended up ended up working with him and stuff like that. But like,
oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, dude, like I'm being 100% honest with you. I got lucky as hell. Like, my story is like 95% luck. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like 95% luck, but then like the rest is just like me trying to work as hard as I possibly can. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, to the point of exhaustion. But it's like that's kind of what you have to do to, you know, maintain things and keep things cool. But yeah, like I met that nigga there. That's a very long story, so I'm not gonna go into it.
Sure.
But I will say, like, yeah, that's it's the funniest, most random thing that's ever happened to me my entire life.
Yeah.
So,
to
but
sum
yeah.
that up, I mean, you're just at the right place at the right time.
I
Working
mean,
at
I
Walmart.
never pick up the phone. Nigga called like he called in his you might have to cut this out, but I'm gonna say it anyway. But I'm gonna think about it. But like his caller ID was his full name, like his rap name.
Oh shit.
And I was like, I'm thinking it's a joke. So I pick up the phone. I never pick up the phone at this job. Let me tell you, I let this phone ring, and I pick it up. And they asking for an item, and I was like, okay. So also I'm thinking that he's not gonna come in here. Somebody else is gonna come in here. Mm-hmm. But then he's wearing this gigantic red Montclair jacket. Mm-hmm. And I was with like a customer. I ended up telling the customer, like, yo, wait, I'll be back. Like, give me a minute. And I went to go do that. And so I was like, at the time I was only doing photography. Mm-hmm. And, you know, then pretty much I was telling him that. He's like, oh, word. And so then we ended up linking like that, like writing my number down wrong on the back of a receipt. I wrote it wrong, and then I had to DM him. And I was like, well, that might have been my shot. But, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, that's kind of, like I said, just 95% luck. Mm-hmm. Like all luck.
So something I see from you and like your page is that you have really good relationships with artists. How do you maintain relationships in this industry?
Be a good person. Mm-hmm. That's it. No weird shit. Be a good person. If you're a weird person out here trying to just steal clout from niggas and act crazy and whatever, you're not gonna last. Mm-hmm. But I mean, these people are my friends. Like, you know, these are people that's like not only gave me a chance to do what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? And obviously off the fact that like other people have seen my work and, you know, they think it's good, or other people have vouched for me, which I'm in debt, and I love the niggas to death, and you know who you are. But it's one of those things where it's like, you know, be a fucking good person. Like, that's all. People aren't good people anymore. Like everybody has like a underground or like a, what's it called? Like an agenda, like a hidden agenda, to where it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's not cool. People just need to be regular people again. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I take okay pictures sometimes, so people like that. So it's like I get lucky enough to take pictures. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But yeah, good people. Got to be a good person.
Yeah. You've taken a lot of good pictures, man.
I'm trying. I'm giving it my all.
Are you going like full on film, or are you?
Film came back and shit's $1 million now.
Yeah.
So I'm having to do other things, but I still shoot film like almost as much as I possibly can. Like it's on me right now. But like I'm actually starting to get into digicams and like cameras from like 2003.
The small handheld one?
Yeah, but like I got one of those, but I got another one coming. But just because like I could we don't get way sauce, I really don't care. But like there's a thing that you could reverse it. Mm-hmm. You pretty much, like it's in Lightroom, I forgot the name of it, but you reverse it and you make it look like a film picture. Like it pretty much processes it like a film picture.
Whoa, okay.
And so I can still, man, the only thing is just the grain. The grain is never gonna be what it's supposed to be. Right. And that's, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. But yeah, so I mean there's just ways to get around it and ways to try to, you know, do different shit. But it's like, yeah, film ended up coming back and ended up making like everything like $1 million just because demand, and they're not, you know, they weren't expecting to have to open up new factories for shit like this. Right. So, you know, but yeah, I'm trying to though. I did it for 3 years. Like only taking pictures strictly on film, like because digital's too fast. It's kind of boring. Yeah, a little bit.
It's too clear.
Right. Like it's. I don't know, and I think it's fine that they're, you know, they have cameras nowadays that are 65 fucking megapixels, and you know what I mean, like that's hard, that's great, like you know what I mean, but it's like I don't know, you just can't beat a film picture. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's very tough, but you're saying,
yeah, but like I like video, like everything old, like VHS, Super 8. I
get hell for shooting VHS. I'm not gonna lie, I'll talk about it here. Niggas hate that. Like there's a specific time where like every time I bring my fucking camera out, somebody's talking shit about it. Like in a sense where it's like, you know, like commercial work. Like, oh, if it's commercial work, you're shooting VHS. Like I feel like people have to understand there's a time and place for everything. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? That it's gonna be for what the job calls for. And 95% of all artists and most people and even most certain companies that I've shot for want a film or a VHS look because that's in right now.
Yeah,
So it's just like, it's very interesting, like the shit I've gotten for it and the shit I've seen other people get for it. But it's like, I don't know. I just think it looks better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just looks so much more stylized. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And then depending on how you edit it, like, you know what I mean? You're making it even better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but I mean, it depends. I mean, people are very stuck in their ways when it comes to certain things. But what can you do?
Yeah. What's like the most, what's like work that you've done that you're most proud of? Like that.
I put out 2 books.
Oh, shout them
And
out.
huh?
What are the books called?
Yeah, because they're not up right now. But
Okay.
one's called Never Tell, and the other one is called What's Going On Here. And What's Going On Here was the last one I just did, but the one before that, I think that's the first year I started taking film pictures, just because I thought books was interesting. Like, I see, like, you know, obviously, like the Gunna Stalls and everybody like that actually did the same thing, and I was like, yo, I feel like people don't print their work anymore, so it's like I was on a mission to like make it happen. And you know, I'm again blessed to be around a lot of, you know, good people, and you know, and whatever the case is. So I just thought to document it all. You know what I mean? And I'm not a person to like, this is like, as far as doing the podcast thing, like I don't have to talk about myself, so like it kind of works out. But a lot of the shit is like outside in, like, you know what I mean? So this is just showing people exactly, you know, what a day in a life looks like. Not of myself, but just a day in the life of like what, you know, what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. I'm working on the 3rd one right now. I'll say that. I can't say the name yet, but I'm working on the 3rd one right now. But it's just the fact that it's just mad fun. But you know, I've done a lot of things, but I mean, I'm proud of all my pictures equally. You know what I mean? Some more than others, yeah, sure. But like, I'm as of like if it makes it on the page, I'm like immensely proud of it. And like, it's because I'm very self-conscious on everything that I do. Like OD, I'll overthink it into like a headache. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just for whatever. Right. So it's like, yeah, I don't know the answer to the question, but yeah, it's mostly the books.
Let's talk to like the photographers that are watching this. How would you say is the best way to like, I wouldn't say like blow up, but just like,
Jesus Christ, I'm not blown up. I'm not blown up. You talking about?
Well, I'm just saying.
I get what you mean.
You know, you've been doing this for like
yeah.
Even like me, like it takes a long time to. There
to
has to be like a
yourself.
Formula. There has to be like something.
There's no goddamn formula. It's called work.
Yeah.
It's called work. Be a good person and keep your camera with you. Like, you know, it depends on, you know, the route that you're taking. I mean, I don't just do like, you know, the notable people photography, because that's why I stopped. I had stopped taking pictures for like a couple of months just because it got too oversaturated. It became like a paparazzi thing, and it wasn't a lot of. And on top of that, it wasn't a lot of good pictures. I'm really tight about it too, because like, I'll be real, and I'm gonna just say this. But like, I feel like if you're gonna go out and take a picture of somebody that you feel is fire to you or whatever, and they're not looking at the camera, don't post the picture. Yeah. Like, don't post the picture. Don't talk about the picture. That's crazy. Like, the nigga wasn't even looking at you, son. Like, that's weird. So, I say that to say that you really just need to, like, work on the craft in itself. You know what I mean? Like, you need to just work. All this is just unadulterated work. And then also, like, if you're working for other people, make sure you're working just as hard as for yourself as you are for the people that you might be working for. Right. Because you have to keep your own legacy too. So I mean, you want to have something to show for it. We all want to last. That's why we're doing it. So it's like, let's make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think, you know, even if you're doing more regular photo shoots and stuff like that, like, just get out there and make it make sense. And honestly too, don't be afraid to work for free. I want to really like get that through. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I charge for a lot of my stuff too, but like, don't, like, when you're first starting out or you're, you know, getting the ball rolling and stuff like that, don't be afraid to work for free. You know what I mean? You have to build a rapport with some people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that could work out for you too, because that might be a way for you to practice or something like that. Like, I did that a lot. Like, I sent out mad messages to people just trying to practice, or I might want to try a camera out. And like, instead of trying to do this with a brand new person, or being like, oh, well, I'll try it out when I get my next booking. Like, that's crazy. That might be a while. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people are pop right now. So it's like, that's not going to happen all the time. So you have to kind of use your head and be like, you know, I can spare a couple hours here to go try to find somebody to shoot and work with them or whatever the case is, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So it just depends. You just got to really get out there, get on your 2 feet, make it make sense. But, you know, and don't be like an egomaniac about people paying you. Like, because that's not good for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if you just started. Like, if you just started, don't be like, yo, I need $300 and you only took like 4 pictures. And like, you know what I mean? Anyway, so let me stop. So anyway, you were saying.
How do you price yourself as a film photographer?
How do I price myself?
As a film photographer.
What do you mean? Like, how do I charge for being a film photographer?
You don't have to say if you don't want to.
I mean, it depends. I mean,
say a random dude DMs you, says, I want a photo shoot.
Next question.
Okay.
I'll tell you later, but
okay.
I can't, yeah.
I feel like everyone has their own different ways
it's super
of doing
different.
It. That's why. Like,
Yeah. I mean, you again, film is fucking expensive. And not only is buying the film expensive, processing the film is expensive.
Yeah.
So, and then you want to calculate your time. Like, okay, but like, I've never been one of those people, even with digital photography, to be like, I'll give you, I hate this. Oh, I'll give you 8 edited pictures, 1 location, 1 outfit for X amount of bread. That's dumb as hell. Like, you obviously don't want to work. Like that's kind of what I'm seeing. You obviously don't want to work. So it's like, I hate that. So it'll be like unlimited. We can just shoot as much as you need. Many outfits you want to do, and you know, whatever place. And I mean, 9 times out of 10, I mean, if it's a guy, you might get 1 outfit. If it's a girl, you might have to do 2. And you know, you mostly stay in the same area. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even that crazy of a thing to do. People, I feel like, are lazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when it comes to that. Like, so, I mean, but with film, it's just time, my time, I guess, plus however much I probably will shoot that day. And 9 times out of 10, too, I might not charge them for. It just depends on a lot of things. But that's what it is. Like, it's time plus film expenses as far as how much film you're gonna shoot that day, plus, how much processing might be, because it goes up like every week, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, I just shot like 10 rolls for Jesus Christ, and that's like in a weekend. That's from like Friday to like Sunday night. So and I did it for this artist I'm working with now, and I mean, I think it was like almost like $150 or like $160. Got him back the same day though. Shout out to JNFs, best people on earth. Dig, selfish plug, but it's just still like, yo, you paid $150 for them to process 10 rolls of film. Like, it's just, to me, that's just always sounds crazy to me.
And also another $150 to buy those 10 rolls.
I mean, yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? When we're shooting portraits, like, you know what I mean? So it's not your, the drugstore film and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit more, expensive just because, you want the color, the sharpness, and et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, it's a grind. It's a grind. I'm just trying to figure out how to get free film for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That's Kodak, come on, please.
Sponsor us.
Please sponsor me or us, whoever. give me like at least like 20 free rolls a month. I'll never ask for nothing again.
I was thinking of buying like bulk, like 100.
That's the thing. You can't, like, you're about to spend like a grand, like almost like at least a grand plus for bulk film. Like, and then on top of that, if you're buying it bulk, it might be expired. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. And I like shooting inspired film, but not like for like regular shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it depends. But anyway, you were saying.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many like costs and stuff, but I think it's all worth it. Like, film is just so fire. That's why it's so popular.
Oh, exactly. I mean, it came back with Polaroids and everything else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's super great. It's the greatest medium ever, like, for real. But it's just, like I said, like, to shoot it like Like there's damn near like an added expense to your life if you're gonna shoot it all the time. Like it's literally like you're adding on, like, you know what I mean. It's damn near like another car note if you're gonna shoot it like every month.
Right.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Just depending on, again, how much you shoot, but it's still like if you're gonna go out there and do it, you're gonna use it. You know what I'm saying? 36 becomes a very small number after a while. You know what I'm saying? So, but continue.
Who are your who are like your inspirations, like growing up, and like I say, like right now, like do you have any, or is?
I don't really think I have, like, mind you, I didn't do the whole photography thing until I was 20. No, I'm lying. I was like 18. I think I was still in high school, or like right out of high school. I didn't start doing video till I was like 22 or 23, something like that. I might be off with those numbers. So I didn't have your traditional, like, you know, I don't really like looking at other photographers' work, to be 100% honest with you. Like, call it what you want. You know what I mean? It's just because I don't know. I was very criticized with my work when I first started. So my thing is, whenever I look at a picture, even if it's not mine, I just start seeing flaws, see problems. So like I have an issue with like shit like that. So I don't usually follow a fuck ton of photographers or like, you know, people that are fine, but like, I mean, like everybody, I can't give you like names, but there's a bunch of people that I like as far as like other photographers that are my friends, and they know who they are. I can't remember names right now because this is like on the clock in my mind, but I can't remember. But there's a bunch of them that know that I love them, so it's like that's kind of it. Like, you know what I mean? But like as far as famous people that like take, you know, pictures or taking pictures in like in the olden times and things of that nature, I don't really have it. Like I like them. Like I have a book, I'm sure, that has like a bunch of them in it that I probably looked at a couple times, but I have no like real inspiration just because I can't work when I'm inspired. Like it's a deterrent. Like honestly, like it needs to be off my own, like okay, like you know what I'm saying, if that makes sense. But you're saying
Struggle equals art.
I mean,
I don't know. I just saw that from somewhere.
No, but I mean, it does. But at the same time, it's. I mean, this old thing's a big ass struggle. I mean, being a freelance, like when we talked about it, like being a freelance person is not for the weak of heart. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially like, again, I'm not from out here, so like I drive every day to make sure like I'm still doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? The minute I stop that, then it's like, all right, but like I don't see it stopping anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? But like, it depends. Like your job just has to be there. You know what I mean? To make it all make sense. But as far as like the inspiring thing goes, damn, I'm such a bad person. I really want to like, damn, I can shout people out. I have nobody. I can't think of a single person like at all. I have nobody. I have absolutely nobody. Damn, that's crazy. This is that moment, thoughts. You know what I mean? When you get to, you know what I mean? And I spoiled it. I'm like, I can't remember not a single soul. But anyway, continue. Keep going. Get me out of this.
You want to talk about your new show? We're not going to say the name.
Yeah. I'm working on a TV show that's written totally by me, directed by me. Can't say the name yet, but it's going to be on a streaming platform this time. If everything works out, this time next year. Can't say what streaming platform just yet, but yeah, I mean, I like movies. Like I love movies. I've always thought it was, you know, an interesting time to kind of get into that. Like, you know what I mean? And like I like writing. Like I said, I wrote my entire life almost. So it's like I didn't even talk about that. It's creative writing. I don't like essays. So it's like, you know, creatively writing things and making up characters and you know, plot lines and, you know, all that type of stuff, all that type of shit. So it's like, I feel like it was time to at least try to like do it. And that's another project that I've been trying to like, you know, things that I've been wanting to do for a while. But it's one of those things where it's like when you shotgun a bunch of stuff, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to make sure I start this. You know what I'm saying? And there's no rush on it because it needs to, you know, it's going to get done. But it's like, let me kind of push that a little bit closer to the front because, you know, like that's something to me that's very, very, very close. And I have a couple people that I know that actually just did the same thing, and I was like, okay, well, you know, it seems to be a possible feat. You know what I'm saying? If they did it, shit, I could do it. And that's a lot of the shit in my life is like, yo, one person could do it, then like I could do it. Like, you know what I mean? There shouldn't be like a limit on what the fuck you could do. But like he helped on it. You know what I'm saying? You could contest. Does it not look great? Like, you know what I mean?
Crazy.
I'm just trying to tell you. So, you know, it's and then also too, like it helps, you know, kind of bring people together. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Definitely.
a lot of different people from a lot of different works, you know, are coming together to help me make this, and you know what I mean? It's just one big team. But yeah, it's a crime drama though. I'll say that. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fucking amazing. You know what I mean? We're almost done with the pilot. Like we're still not done with the pilot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're still not done with the pilot. Like, bro, like it's like
But all of that was just like one episode.
no. That was one scene for the whole pilot. We've shot things before that, but now we have 2 days this week actually that we're finishing it. The pilot is gonna be done on Sunday, I hope, and then you know we go into pre-pro and stuff like that, and then we start again in January. But for the second one, but yeah, no, for the second episode, it's 5 episodes. I would say that as well. But yeah, it's a fun journey. You know what I'm saying? And never directed a you know anything besides music videos. And also, I didn't go to school for any of this. Not photography, not video, not editing, not writing, none of that. So it's YouTube University to the day I die.
You don't need school. You don't need school.
Now look, you guys talked about that shit on the shit. What's his name? Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I disagreed with his take and your take, but I'm gonna tell you mine. But and this is just again everything. There's no right answer to this.
Yeah,
but there's none. It's whatever you're gonna do. It's your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like at the same time, it's like, bro, school is not a bad thing. It's not. It's really not a bad thing. Like, especially if you have a plan. Now, mind you, if you're going for an art, yeah, I do believe that if you're going to school for art, that's crazy. But I do, because art is gonna be what you're gonna make. But at the same time, learning the ropes, the ISOs, the f stops, the shutter speeds, and you know, I've worked with photographers that that's gone to school, and it's easier to especially working on set, if they you say something and that's not gonna be ground level, they know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because they went to school. You know what I'm saying? They fucking learned something from it. You might do something that somebody that didn't go to school and they don't know about that, so you have to sit there and explain it, which is more time, and you know what I'm saying? So it's not a bad thing. Like, learning the ropes from a fucking instructor and stuff like that is not a bad way to go. No. And you're not going to waste time doing that. Like, yeah, if you got the bread to do it, sure, I would go to school too if I just had, $30,000 laying around just to, whatever. But it's like, I just don't like the shame for it. Like, people that get shamed for going to school and then and something doesn't work out. Like, oh, they messed up on this, and you went to school for it. It's like, bro, we're human. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just all be human for a second and understand people fuck up on things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's one of those. But yeah, like I couldn't wait to talk about that, because I was like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, I would go to school. I would happily go to what? Full Sail? I wouldn't go to LA Film School though. Like, I know too many people that go there and don't get I don't think that's like a great one, but I think I would go to like Full Sail or something like that. Something that looks a little bit more like not like city based, I guess, in a sense, and like try it like that. But I wouldn't go for like I don't know. I wouldn't go like to LA Film School or shit like that. No shade to anybody that goes there.
No, I definitely.
You know what I mean?
School is great. I love the atmosphere of school. Just I like everything. Maybe not class. Class is like the worst part of it, but everything else is so nice. Like, you meet so many people. You live in a college environment. It's great. It's great.
No, and I mean, I think the big thing too is like everybody kind of wanted that college environment. Like, you know what I'm saying? We seen it as kids growing up. Same shit when everybody thought that they were gonna have lockers in middle school, or lockers in high school. You know what I'm saying? It's that allure of it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I hate the fact that I have to do homework on something like that instead of just like going to try it out.
Right.
Like that's my thing. I have no problem going to a class. Like I got turned on to those little masterclass things. I see them advertised all through like when COVID was a thing. They was pumping those fucking masterclasses out like crack.
Bro, they scammed me.
They scammed you?
I mean, I maybe like tricked up myself, but like there was like a student plan for like a year, and it was only $1. And I guess the way they trap people is like it would renew every year, and then the next year would be like 180. And like I ended up getting that 180 charge, bro. Fuck you, masterclass.
That's crazy as hell. Yeah, I seen it. I'm not gonna lie. Somebody had a link, so I've been watching it off this link. I'm not gonna lie, but I was like, it's interesting though. I mean, they're actually. I kind of thought it was a scam in the first thing because I was like, bro, these grown, rich, not gonna try to give up off their craft type people, not about to tell me nothing, but they walking you through mad things, and it's like, oh, this is not like some beginner shit. Like this is cool, like you know what I'm saying. So it's like, end of the day, it's like, yeah, no, like I mean, if you can get it just off watching YouTube and stuff like that and trial and error, I just think school might save you from a lot of those trial and errors. Right. I think that's the biggest thing, is that they might save you from, little cosmetic stuff that you might not pay attention to if you didn't go to school. You know what I'm saying?
So what are your thoughts on, as an artist, like giving out like your own formula? Would you rather keep that to yourself? Like
nothing's new under the sun. So it's like, there's certain things that I do that I would like not to like tell a bunch of people. But I mean, there's countless friends of mine that I've told certain things to. It's like, bro, if you do this, like this works out. I mean, same thing with like, exporting, like especially people like exporting stuff, you know what I mean? Like exporting certain videos and how they do it to make certain things look like this and whatever. But it's like, I mean, I don't think it's like a bad thing. I mean, share the wealth. I mean, don't give it. I mean, don't get, you know what I mean? There's a, you don't want to, give it out to the world like that. But I mean, don't covet it like forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's people are still gonna try to emulate regardless. Right. It's the same thing, like I said, with Lone Wolf out here when he was cutting paper. When everybody realized that he was actually cutting paper, you had everybody in the world cutting paper, trying to make it make sense. So it's like, bro, it's not gonna be better than the original. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it's still gonna be like something of, it's an homage. But they say imitation is the greatest flattery or something like that. Same idea. So it's like, it's cool. Like,
have you ever read the book like Steal Like an Artist? Steal Like an Artist?
No.
It's basically a book where it's like every artist like copies, but like, yeah, pretty much like every artist copies in some sort of way, because like I feel like it's very hard. Like just me being like, of course, like as creatives, we want to be original with our content. We want to be original with everything. Yeah. But like it has to stem from something. Like it may not be like copying them straight up, but it's like you just see something, you do it your own way. Exactly. That's basically how the book is.
Yeah, like I said, there's nothing new under the sun. Everybody's kind of done everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact it's like, how are you gonna put your spin on it? What are you gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, but I mean, that's also like people kind of like feeling like, a type of way about art. Like art's the same way. Like, you know what I mean? Like all like the abstract art type stuff, all that stuff looks like somebody's stuff. You know what I mean? No matter what. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can only reinvent the wheel so many times. Right. You know what I mean? But again, as long as you're just not blatantly stealing, and then like, you know what I mean? Like, then, do your thing, you know what I'm saying? But like, just make sure that you evolve. Like, that you grow with it. And I think that's why, like, another thing, like giving out sauce or whatever, like, I'm not going to use the same sauce forever. Like, it's working for now. You know what I'm saying? But like, time changed. Things move around. So it's like, you're going to have to do something different, find new sauce or whatever. And then depending on how you find that new sauce, it probably came from somebody too. So it's just like, you know what I mean? You can't win. You just got to pay it forward. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I like about music. Like music is always changing. Always changing.
It's super different. Who you listen to?
Right now? Let me think. I really like I'm still into like the Playboy Cardi wave. Like, I mean, I feel like every artist now is like has got something from Cardi, but it would all start from him. Like he's the umbrella, and then like right now, I feel like this is hard because like I don't really have an artist I'm really like listening to like that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of just like selective songs. Like,
Yeah.
But honestly, like I've gone back into some music too. Like I really fuck with Saw Baby. Like, he makes.
Got back into? They never
No,
left.
this is recently, just like one of the songs, like Easy is fire. But I listen to a lot of Yeet. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like it's the beat selection and just the way he's like doing shit. Like I mentioned it before, like he's in one of my top 5 artists of all time.
Really now?
Like, I've never listened to more of a. I probably my like most playtime of all songs like Yeet is definitely like 1 or 2.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Like I know like almost every song by him, and it's not even like, it's just like, he's one of those artists where it's like you first listen to it and you're like, huh, oh, okay, and then you get addicted to it. You keep listening to it. Like those type of artists are like the best ones. I say like. Also like. Destroy Lonely, he kind of has that thing, but he's also like under like the Cardi umbrella. I'm not saying like Destroy Lonely is a clone.
Him, so, I mean.
Exactly, but he's fire. Let me think. I mean, like if you're talking about like underground rappers,
or whoever, you can do underground. We're in the underground.
Yeah,
might as well talk about the underground.
Let me think. Did you listen to Sophago's new album? Pink
No,
Hearts?
I did not. I heard it wasn't good.
What'd you think about the Lucki album? I remember we listened to it, but like I
Lucki,
re-listened to it and it's pretty good. It's good.
It has replay value. It does.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they leaked damn near the whole other project. So I mean, I feel like he had to make a new one. So I mean, I knew it wasn't just gonna be whatever what we was all hearing before. So I mean, it was a cool surprise.
There's some new artists out right now like Dom Corleo.
It's
pretty
fire.
fire. He has a cool aesthetic. Have you heard of Highway?
Yeah.
Highway's fire. I think. Man. Yeah. I say like, I'm trying to think like where my Spotify top played. I feel like Pasto Flaco, Zelly Ocho.
I haven't listened to Paso Flaco like actually. I heard the album he did with Booth Boy, and I was alright. It's cool.
I mean, underground is. Let me think. Who else? Homixide Gang, kind of.
Them niggas are hard. I'm not gonna lie. I like them.
Yeah.
I like them. They were the only good feature on King's album. They were, nigga. I'm not gonna lie.
Who are you listening to? Because honestly, I'm having a hard time with this question. Because
I mean,
like my music taste is just like weird right now. You know
I don't know.
what I
I
mean?
listen to everybody. They free Pat's home. So I've been listening to RX Poppy as of lately. I like RFK Nephew. Like putting those two together, they're fire. 10 just dropped, so I've been listening to 10. Tony dropped, so listening to Tony. Nato, you just dropped 2. I'm listening to a lot of Nato. I think that's like as of the last like week. Like last 2 weeks, I was kind of like, oh, I've been listening to.
You listen to Drake 21?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it was a good album though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they were unfiltered. You don't really get to see rich people act like that crazy. And when I say rich people, I just mean people that like have something to lose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, I guess if you're up that high, I mean, you can't really be can't lose it all.
What'd you think about the album cover? Like, yes?
It's great. It's a good fucking idea.
Yeah.
Cause you gotta think about it. Like that's such a. It added more shock value to the album. It was very raw. That album is very raw, so it made a bunch of sense. I feel like more album covers itself should be like, I don't know, like if you do it right, you can do more like out of pocket shit. Yeah. If you do it right, because a lot of people don't do it right, or they put like like just crazy selfies of themselves. It's
do you
like,
have any like favorite album covers?
Do I have some? I don't know. I'll be real with you. I don't think. You know what though? I like Nato's. Nato's album cover. This one, the sincerely Scucks. I think I might have said it wrong. Yeah, no. look at that. That's a good like. That's some shit. That's like a painting. Yep, I'm just saying. Like,
I know you paint too. That's crazy.
Huh?
You paint too.
Yeah, but
He does everything.
we try. I'm not gonna lie though. Lucky's album cover was trash, but and usually I'm like super like he has really good album art because of Lone Wolf and everything. But bro, you have women stacked up in letters. That's OD. That's crazy as hell. But like I really liked Nado's is really nice. The Tensei cover is interesting. I think like looking at album arts.
I really fuck with I would say Lancey, but I don't really like yes, I really
What did he
like
turn
Lancey.
into? Anyway, let me stop talking about people. But yeah, I get you. I didn't like Lancey's album though.
I didn't really listen to it, but
It was a lot more singy.
he's he's definitely more of a melodic side rapper. Like he does have some hard songs, but it's he makes beautiful music. Like if you went to his concert, beautiful. Like
it was great.
That shit's great. That shit's surprised me.
Never been to a Lancey concert.
I knew it was gonna be good too. So yeah.
Listen to a lot of Skye. Skye's fire.
Skye Morales.
Yeah,
Skye Morales?
that's my boy.
Yeah.
Like, she's fire, like super fire. And I just figured that out. I like this cover too. I don't know if this is it's like a. I don't want to play it so you don't get fucking copywritten. But this one, you probably can't see it. But this one, that funny Johnny dropped like a compilation.
Fauni
It's just
has
mad
good
pictures, but
Yeah.
he has good covers for the most part. You know what I'm saying? But I like that cover a lot. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. The whole cover art shit is also all Shani Bin Laden's album art. I like too. It just makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? They do a lot of the whole gimmicky, not gimmicky, but the whole fucking the Grinch stuff and all that shit. It's mad fun to me. So it's I don't know. I feel like it's an art. Like all that shit is a super super art. Like, you know what I mean? But you have to I don't know, kind of see your direction with the rollout, because no one really does album rollouts like that no more. Like good ones. Like, you know what I'm saying? The last Drake's was the last one that I seen that was a complete rollout, with him doing fake SNL shows and fake Howard Sterns and a fake Tiny Desk, and it's funny, you know what I'm saying, because one, they would be too fucking big to ever do some shit like that in the first place, but still, it's a good sign of a really good rollout, right. And then surprising the girl on the cover with she's on the cover. So then it's it's just, you know what I mean, it makes a whole bunch of sense, you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
You got Yachty on ad-libs, you know what I mean, it's just a fun project. It made me feel like this is probably the last really good album in the last year or two. You know what I'm saying? Through and through. But what can you do?
Who are your top 5 artists right now? I'm gonna ask this every podcast. I feel like
of what? Question. Of just rappers, period, or or rappers that are in the culture?
Top 5 rappers in the culture. I feel like this is gonna be this is a niche podcast, but
yeah, I mean, you can say.
I'm gonna say first, top 5 right now, and then top 5 all time.
Okay. Well, the top 5 right now, I mean, if we're talking about just the ones that are in the culture, I mean, I put DC on that list. DC's fire. I put Nado on the list. I put 10 on the list. I'll put Tony on the list, because if I don't, he's gonna tell me about it. Okay, but
no, Tony also has good album covers.
No, Tony does. No, you know what? Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. Tony be doing his shit. You know what though? Scratch that. I feel like I'm gonna put Brick Band Shorty on that list. That is. Oh, my fucking phone is going off. I put Brick Band Shorty on that list. He's fire. Muddy Maya's fire. Nutso's fire. Dang. Now I'm drawing a blank. But Stars fire. There's a lot. I mean, I don't have a list. I listen to way too many people to make a list. But I feel like those 3 or 4 would be on the list for sure. You know what I mean? But Yaya. I'll put Yaya on that list too. Big Yaya. Shawnee's on that list too. I mean, there's a lot of I listen to too much different shit to kind of make like one. I listen to different rappers for different things. You know what I'm saying? But like realistically, like I definitely think like the underground like Atlanta scene. Oh my god, I'm like dying. The underground Atlanta scene, as far as like the Tony Tans and all that, you know, I think the Atlanta scene is very important right now, especially with just the newer artists that are coming out of it. Like, besides the ones like I just named, but like, you know, like Flip Phone Shorty too, he's fire. Like, there's a lot of like, you know, especially the young niggas that are coming up from like, like after the, you know, this wave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's important too. Like, they're doing a great job, and like, you know, their influences are different. Like, we're actually starting to see the first kind of influence of the people that are influenced by Cardi like heavily, or influenced by the Faunis, the Unos, the you know, the Natos, the DCs and shit like that. We're starting to see that now, you know, from the kids that are coming up now. So it's interesting to like kind of see like, you know, what that kind of golden era did for music all the way around, and like that it's still kind of coaching. I mean, and realistically, that's kind of why I made the podcast. Like, other than I didn't think that, pick my words wisely here. Don't cut that out. Cut that out. No, you know what? No, the reason why I'm even doing a podcast is because, like, you know, I didn't think the culture was being represented correctly. You know, you get a lot of people that are, I mean, mind you, yeah, at the end of the day, it's a business. And I mean, that's why the podcast isn't the only thing that I do. But, like, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think that it was being represented correctly by the people that are doing a lot of the media podcast shit now. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I mean, you guys can do the math and see what I'm talking about, but it's not really being done correctly. It's being done just for shock value or, you know, meaningless conversations. So it's like, you know, I mean, to each his own, but it's like, I feel it, but that's why I'm feeling kind of doing that now, because there's a lot of people that are being overlooked that are that are fire, like better than most of the people these people are, you know, are interviewing now, if we're being completely honest. So it's just, you know, we trying to at least try to make a dent, you know, and trying to show like, you know, there's a lot more out here than just, you know, what we're seeing every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your research a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I couldn't answer those two questions. I answered it like that.
You want to answer top 5 of all time, like all time?
Ghostface, Doom, Ghostface, Doom. I really like Mos Def. That's what, 3?
Yeah.
Damn, I think I topped out at 3. I think I have a top 3. That's my top 3.
Sure.
Ghost, Doom, fucking Ghost, Doom, and Mos Def is like the 3 for me, like that I can listen to like all the time. You know what I mean? And Nas, put Nas in, put 4. I got 4. I don't have a 5th one, and this is no in particular order though, because I don't know where I would put who, because they're all equally like fire to me. What about you?
So I'm gonna switch it from last podcast.
You asked this last podcast?
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
Let's say Playboy Cardi, Travis Scott, Kanye.
Kanye.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeet.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm surprised he wasn't first. Not gonna lie.
And I did say Kendrick in my last podcast. Like, I give all my flowers to Kendrick, but like it'd have to be Young Thug. Like, it's very close with Young Thug and Future, but I feel like me personally, like Young Thug has. Like Future, like they both make fire music. I feel like I listen to Future more. I feel like Young Thug as just like an icon is. They're both like iconic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where you. I don't know. I feel like
it's very hard to pick between them two.
No, I feel you though.
I definitely had a phase where I was like really into Young Thug and like his life, and like, cause he is very interesting.
It's a very interesting guy.
Free YSL.
Free YSL, please. It's getting kind of bland out here. I'm not gonna lie, nothing's happening. Yeah. It's boring.
It is kind of I've been kind of thinking about that, like.
Music right now is boring as fuck. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, and again, this is outside of the people that I'm naming.
Yeah.
But but music as a whole right now is boring as fuck, and it's just because like there's no real like I don't know, like it's missing a lot of shit. Like I don't know, it's something in the air. Like it's been like that since like the middle of the year. Like shit just slowed down and stopped. No one's doing anything. Music sounds the same, or like you know what I'm saying. So
I wish I was. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Hmm?
I was gonna say, I wish I was doing this shit in 2016. I wish I started like then.
I mean, I think
I was like a youngin' though.
yeah, I don't even know where I was. I just graduated high school.
But
Look.
I can't say like, dude, I can't like think about the past. Although the past was so far, like I'm very hopeful about the future though. Like I don't
mean,
care.
It's the new way to go. I mean, like I said, I don't think as far as like again the 2016 to 2018 just being the golden years of what we're listening to now. I mean that's fine. You know what I mean? And it's still I mean I'm happy that I could even be a part of little pieces of it. You know what I'm saying? But like realistically, it's everything has to change. Nothing stays the same at all. So it's like and if it was the same, that'd be boring as hell. So it's like again like. Everybody has to evolve and, kind of make way for other people. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what we're seeing now. It's just, it just depends on how close your ear is to the street, I would feel. You know what I mean? Like, to actually pick up what's going on or what's actually happening. But, I mean, it's up in the air.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anything else?
When do you okay, I'm gonna ask you because like you host your own podcast. Like, how when do you know or when do you feel like it's over?
When the podcast is over?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't write questions. I don't write outlines. I don't have anything. So I kind of just
go with the flow.
I gauge it. I go with the flow. I gauge it because it's like, I mean, what? We've probably been talking for almost 2 hours.
Really?
So
yeah, I like the.
It's 2:29.
Stopwatch did not go up.
Huh?
The stopwatch did not.
No, you're good. I mean, I'm not tweaking, but it's what's it called? I mean, I don't know. You just kind of go into you feel like you've asked all the questions that you want to ask, or gotten all the information that you want to kind of get out, or let the person speak their piece. And I'm not a big talker in the first place, so unless you can ask whatever you know what I mean. This is it. You know what I mean? Like Michael Jackson said. So, but he made a tour called "This Is It" and then died right after. That's OD. Anyway.
Last question. Let me look at my outline.
Look at that. Look at that.
All right. If you were to give your 18-year-old self one piece of advice, what would it be?
God damn.
What?
I don't know. That's a crazy question. You popped that one out. I mean, I don't think I would do anything differently. I'm gonna come clean. Like there's certain little things, like invest in Apple or some shit like that. You know what I mean, or whatever. But like, like other than that, like I don't think there's not really a like I'm trying to tell you, like, bro, like out of everything that I've been a part of, with even like how like I've just from the video standpoint too, like, and from a picture standpoint, I've been mad lucky. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I don't like my first, like I said, my first video is with Fauni. I'm grateful for a lot of things that he did for me, and it's like a lot of people's first videos won't ever. It's not that. That's not how people start doing their first videos. And mostly it only happened because I ended up getting bored and the video didn't get done. So I was just like, I'll download Premiere and try to figure it out. And then he ended up liking the little part that I sent him, and then I ended up doing the whole thing. Like, and then shooting some of it because I was forced to shoot some of it because certain people, I thought somebody else was going to shoot the video, and he's in the video. And he knows what I'm talking about, and I love you. I appreciate you. That's another person that just helped me out a lot with who I am today. So I mean, it's like I said, I got lucky for a lot of it, but I mean, I'll be real with you. I got lucky as fuck, but I worked as hard as humanly possible to make sure that it just wasn't a one-off thing. Like, you know what I mean? Make sure my blessings didn't go to waste. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, that's kind of how I've been ever since I was legit. So it's like, I don't know. I think I would just, tell them to invest in some shit. Like, make sure you put your money up somewhere.
Hell yeah.
And make it work for you. But other than that, nah, man.
I do have one more question. Like,
I have an answer.
I want to know about your story of how you like broke your leg that one time. I didn't ask you like the details. I want to know the details. Because you told me like the gist of it. I was like, that's hilarious. But I wanted to know more.
So I'm shooting a video at Record Plant, and at this restart, I don't want to say the name of the studio. Yeah, I'm shooting a video at this studio, and for some reason, the studio has a ledge that can, like, it's a ledge parking lot. The parking lot is a ledge, and then the building is like a foot, maybe like 2 or 3 feet below it, which makes no sense because like to get inside, you have to come down this wall, which makes no sense like at all. So I'm like, okay, so I'm holding the camera. I think I had a backpack on, but I'm holding the camera because we were shooting something inside. We come outside. I put the camera like on the ground, and I have just a superstition. I hate putting my camera on the ground. So it's like, it's like the same thing when females don't put my purse on the ground. I don't like putting my camera on the ground. It's the same idea. So it's like, so I was like, all right. So I get on there. I climb on this ledge. In my mind, I'm just thinking like, okay, let me just do this video. So like, whatever. And and so we're shooting the video, whatever. We finish the scene. We're gonna go inside to shoot the other scene. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm looking at this ledge. I'm like, yo, this ledge is not that big. I said, but everybody else, I'm not really clicking that no one is jumping down from this. They're just, they're sitting down and they're, getting off the ledge. I was like, what are these niggas doing? And I'm holding the camera. Don't want to put the camera on the ground. And I'm like, okay, well, fuck it. I'm going to just jump. I'm going to just try to jump down. And as I'm jumping down and I'm in midair for like 30 minutes, what it felt like, I was like, oh shit, this was way deeper than I thought. And I landed, I tried to like not land flat-footed because I was like, if I don't land flat-footed, maybe it won't fuck my knee up because I knew something was going to happen. I didn't know what was going to break or whatever the case. And I landed like kind of sideways on my right leg, and I just heard the craziest pop ever. And I'm like, oh, it's done. I broke it. It's done. I broke it. And I didn't fall, though. So I was like, okay, cool. I was like, oh, it's done. I fucking broke it. It's done. Like, it's done. But, like, I ended up having to still shoot this video, mind you. Still shot the video. Did not leave for 2 hours later. My knee is the size of like a football. Like it's the craziest thing on earth. And like, I'm hanging on to this dude. He's like, I'm hobbling on. Like it was the craziest thing I've. It's my right leg, so it's my driving leg. So I still have to drive home. And like, bro, it was the craziest thing ever. And I ended up just pulling like a crazy ass ligament in my knee, which is like it could have been worse, definitely, because that was the craziest thing ever. And I went back to that studio last week to the parking lot, and they put stairs there now. It's just like now they want to put stairs. That was the craziest thing ever. But yeah, that's man.
Is that your first
no, that's like the third time, and like that's what I'm trying to say. I thought it was done. Like, and just doing stupid stuff. Like, literally just doing stupid stuff. Like play fight niggas on stairs. I stepped back too far. Almost blew. I thought it was done. It went the other way. It was bad. I don't know. I like Derrick Rose knees now, I guess. Like, I'm at, like, the Derrick Rose part of my life.
You ever gone to a fight?
Come on now. Yes. But, like, I can fight as an adult. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, as, like, a high school.
Fight as an adult.
Who fights as
Some people do. Like,
I don't know. I've never been in a position to have to fight any. Like, you know what I mean? Like realistically, which I'm happy that I don't have to because I always have equipment on me. There's been a time where, like, I mean, Anyway, we're not even gonna make it about that. We're positive. We're being positive. But yeah, no, you know what I mean. It's a lot of crazy shit that be going on though. I tell you what. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Well, I think
this is it.
I think that wraps it up. I'm so glad that you came all the way out from
buttfuck nowhere. I'll get it from Lancaster.
Lancaster. Shout
yeah,
out
man.
Lancaster.
I appreciate you for having me on here, my boy.
I appreciate you. Any last words you want to say?
Oh, now you
viewers out there.
Oh, niggas just saying last words though. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But nah, man. I don't. Damn, this is so crazy. You know what's crazy? Now that I see that I ask people this, I see how hard it is now. But I mean, I don't know, man. Just be peaceful, bro. Get to work. Whatever you think that you like, whatever you're toying around with in your mind that you feel like you might start, just start it. Like, time is short. Time is of the essence. Just start it. And yeah, more things coming soon.
More things. A lot of things coming soon.
Bow. Dior voice.
Timm Elliott, Won't Miss. Hosted by Nick Films. We'll catch you on the next episode. Appreciate y'all. Subscribe, like, comment, all that shit.
Shout out my shorty for this little thing.
Shout out to shorty for that.
Misdemeanor. She's doing great.
That's the fire. I was about to ask what hoodie that was.
It's a yeah, she made this, and I was like, I'll wear it. It's mad comfortable. Like, I'm not just wearing it I'm wearing it today because it's like it's very comfortable. So
I was thinking like, should I even wear this because we're wearing like the same color? I thought it would be like, who gives a fuck?
I mean, I'm black. It's just you match the hoodie. I stand out. This is contrast. This is a good contrast going on. You know what I mean? But anyway, I appreciate you though.
Appreciate you, man.
See y'all niggas later, man. Stay out of trouble. Bow.
See you later. Boom.